G'day, my name's Dr. Dan. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials, and today we are reviewing the exquisite tone of Lea Salonga. She is just beautiful. I've loved Leia's voice ever since the 1991 Mulan movie, the Disney classic. We're going to listen to her singing the song from Wicked, Defying Gravity. This is a massive sing. I've worked on this song with many students over the years, and a lot of people get really scared of the really big pop belt notes at the top, but there's also these really low notes at the bottom. The range that is covered in this song is quite extensive. It's a big song, it's a big sing, and Leia does a magnificent job of it. Let's get straight into the review, the analysis, and we'll talk about it as we go along.
Yeah, you can sing along with this one too if you want. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same.
I love that she really is, in a sense, well, she talks with the audience, she engages them, but she's really establishing that spoken value that we really do associate with music theatre, and she's helping us to enter into the magic of the piece.
I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
Now, right from the get-go, she is establishing her placement. This is going to be so important as we go along. Placement is everything in this piece, and what she's doing is really positioning that placement. Now, the interesting thing about this is the original key for this song is D flat major, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. But in fact, Leia has chosen very wisely to drop this one step to C major. Now, that's not a big deal. I think it's really to be encouraged for singers to transpose songs, especially songs that are going to challenge them at either end of their range. It's better for you to be able to successfully navigate your range than it is to be constantly freaking out about that note that's coming up. So Leia's dropped this a semitone, and what we've got is now she's just in these initial stages starting to position her voice so that she can really sing through the line.
Too late for second guessing, too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes and leave. It's time to try.
Lovely.
Defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't hold me down.
That lighter tone is something that I just always associate with her voice. It's just this beautiful, pure upper register sound. And the clarity of the tone is to die for. What we're going to find, though, is as we get into it, she's really going to be challenged by this piece. She successfully navigates it. No, make no mistake, she's amazing. But as she goes along, you're going to find that pure tone that we typically associate with her has to build to be quite significantly bigger for that pop music theatre belt that we associate with Wicked.
I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so.
See how she got down to that? She's really working her lower notes. I think it's, as I said at the beginning, low notes are just as challenging in this piece as the high notes.
Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know.
That's a sweet spot for her just there.
Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost.
Yeah.
I'm sooner.
Now that's interesting, isn't it? Where can you hear her so so expertly navigating her transition there. And so what she's not doing is making it too big and too heavy too quickly, which allows her then to really smooth out that movement from lower to upper register M1 into M2. So she's really, dare we say it, mixing it through. She's smoothing that transition through in the middle. And what we're going to hear as we get a little bit further in, that is going to become more obvious, that transition, because the bottom is going to be bigger, beltier, and her voice is, there's going to be one point coming up, wait for it, where we really hear her needing to quite obviously lengthen it out. We'll hear it where in other performances by other singers, we would get the full belt note.
Defying gravity, kiss me goodbye. I'm defying
See that lengthen a dominant sound, M1.
and you can't pull me down.
Ooh, see that? Unlimited. It's really challenging. When you're having to be right up the top and then suddenly you've got to drop the voice. Unlimited. Oh, the songwriters really knew what they were doing when they threw that in.
My future is unlimited, and I just had a vision almost like a prophecy.
Oh, she got this lovely vibrato throughout, like it's really consistent. And at no point do you ever feel like the vibrato is inconsistent. It's just lovely and flowing.
I know it sounds truly crazy, true, the vision's hazy, but I swear someday I'll be
Here it comes
up
again.
in the sky, defying gravity.
Have a look at that, where she bends into it. We talk here at Voice Essentials all the time about dynamic, buoyant body state. And throughout this piece, Leia is giving us, a masterclass on keeping that free, agile, buoyant, dynamic body state. And notice how, and we're going to show this again in a sec, notice how she bends into it. She allows the body to support the air. And something else to notice as we're going along, her breath management is just so good. There's constant release through the midriff for the diaphragm to descend so that she's not over pressurizing the larynx and causing it to lock up. And so we're constantly having a voice that is free and has really even airflow. It's not creating too much phonatory threshold pressure, which could then cause the voice to break up the higher she gets. She really worked for that low note, down. She really allowed the shape of that vowel and in some sense to allow the larynx to just drop that little bit to ensure that that bottom note was full.
So if you can't find me, look to the western.
Very clever. I wonder whether she has that note, because she does it as a complete throwaway perfectly. Like she really references it, our ears hear it, but I wonder whether it's actually there. Have a listen to it again.
So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. As someone
It's a very clever way to throw the note, to give us the note, but there might be a question mark over whether the note is there. Leave a comment in a comment below and let me know. What do you think? Do you think the note is actually there, or she's just being like amazing in choosing a way to give us the note but not actually have the note? I don't know.
told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me
So we would normally hear this as a full belt, shortened dominant note. And Leia, doesn't give us that. I'm not saying she doesn't have it, but in this particular performance at the Sydney Opera House, she doesn't actually give us a full belt note. And some people might go, well, she's kind of, has missed it then. No, I don't think so. She's made a choice, and she may have made it simply in the moment, because she's doing this in the middle of a concert. She's got a stacked auditorium of people, and it may well be that she's made a decision in the moment to give us that note. She's nailed the note, but to not stress the voice with full belt. It may be that she doesn't have a full belt note on that. Is it around about an E5? It's a big note. So it's interesting, isn't it? Because we can really learn something from someone as amazing and as experienced as Leia, that you don't have to always copy the original. You can make the song your own and put your own flavor on it in a way that allows your voice to do that. She did that by dropping at a semitone already, and also positioning her voice to navigate her register transitions and shifts in a way that allows her to still give us a wonderful performance.
And soon I'll match them in renown. Nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring.
She gives us the full belt there. Not there. Isn't that interesting? Have a listen to how the voice transitions into that lighter mode. Here it is. Deservedly so, gets quite the applause. She really is amazing, and it's a real insight into the way a professional manages a song. She could almost have picked this song up and gone, are you kidding? Like, my voice is not going to transition up into that E5. I'm not going to get there. But instead, she's adjusted the key, and she's positioned herself in such a way that she's navigated it expertly, and as a result, we get to hear Lea Salonga sing Defying Gravity and do a bang-up job of it. I hope you've enjoyed our vocal analysis, and leave your comments below. I know that there'll be many fans of Leia watching today's review. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I look forward to joining you again in the next vocal analysis. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.